Welcome to a sports betting podcast from pregame.com for October 1st, 2009. I'm your host, RJ Bell, and I'm joined by Marco D'Angelo, 30 years in the business, Vegas runner, a genuine professional bettor here in Vegas. This is the fifth and final segment for this week, Free Picks, some people's favorite segment of the week. Okay, let's get right into it. Vegas runner, give us a free pick.
I'm going to go to the NFL, where I've been doing really well this year, and I'm actually hoping this becomes one of my best bets come Sunday. I'm going to touch on the Baltimore-New England game. This line opened at 3, even as high as 3.5 at the Hilton. It's been bet down to 2. So sharp players, early money took Baltimore. I think that's the wrong side, and usually I agree with the sharp money. I just think they're giving too much respect to Baltimore. The adjustment's too quick. They're 3-0 against the spread, 3-0 straight up.
And you make a good point, is when you say adjustment, this is a team now, even before last week, can't remember if it was before last week or not, but they were ranked number 1 right now in the ESPN Power Rankings.
See?
All right, so right now they're saying this is the best team in football. A couple weeks ago, before the season started, their win totals were 8.5.
Right around there, exactly.
So they expected this team to have almost a 50% chance to win either 8 or 9 games was their best projection. Now they're the best team in football.
All of a sudden, we've already crowned them Super Bowl champs, or at least the AFC representative, and I just don't see it. This team scored 30-plus points 3 weeks in a row. Historically, that has not been good for a team against the spread that 4th week. I think New England's in a great spot here. I like the way they beat Atlanta, so they're having a good week this week. No one's pointing fingers at each other, and this is the time that Belichick could show we're still the elite of the AFC, and I think giving them time to prepare, Baltimore's going to be in for some trouble this weekend.
A couple quick questions. What percentage is Brady compared to 2007?
I think now he claims that he's not afraid of the knee. I think it's just human nature. You're going to be. I don't think he's at 100%. I'd say less than 100, yeah, about 90, 95.
Okay. And the second question is, the line's moving down. Do you see it continuing to move down, or when the public really steps in Saturday and Sunday, they're going to be playing New England? What do you see?
No, I see the public continuing to bet Baltimore. I see the public betting Baltimore on the money line. In fact, I think this line's going to drop a lot. People are from what I'm hearing, they don't even need points in this game. Remember, New England's 1-2 against the spread, so people haven't won money back in this team this year.
So you're saying wait and bet this late Sunday?
Absolutely. Wait and get the best number. I'm thinking you might even find a 1 by kickoff. I've seen 1.5 already.
Any quick observations on this game?
The quick thing is with the line, it won't go back up because they don't want to have teaser situations where Baltimore is going to be getting 9 or 10 points. So you're not going to have it go back close to 3. I see it closing 1.5.
Yeah, right around there.
All right, Marco, before we get your free pick, we give away money each week on the podcast. Tell us about it.
And whose money we give away?
We give away my money.
I love giving away your money. This week, we talked in our first segment about parity in the NFL, so we're going to make this week's coupon Parity 10. Just spell the word parity and the number 10.
How do you spell parity?
Parity.
Did you
number 10?
Did you do a spell check on that?
It came up okay, sir. Yes.
All right, party first.
So all one word, parity, and then 10, all one word.
And you get $10 off anything you want to buy. And yes, if it's $10 or less, it's free.
Absolutely free.
All right, gives you a chance. Remember, you go to pregamepros.com. A lot of great stuff from Vegas Runner, Marco. Now, who's especially hot right there?
Goodfella. Goodfella, 16-4 with his last 20 football picks. Hats off to him. He's our featured capper of the week. And
now he's also, that's a great, there's short-term hot streaks, and a lot of people believe in betting those. There's long-term hot streaks, which I like even better.
That's what I prefer.
Yeah, I like it long-term. But, sometimes that guy can get really hot and just get in the zone.
Yeah, and that's what it is. He's in the zone, but he's a grinder.
Well, that's the point.
His form is a grinder.
8 straight winning months leading up to September is my understanding.
And with the month he's had, he's got to have a winning month here in September as well. So he's looking at 9 for 9.
Okay, so what's your free pick?
Well, we're going to go back to a little old school. Last year in the podcast, I used to have a very popular play. It was my stench game of the week. It was an ugly duckling play, and we're going to bring it out. We're 4-1 with our last 5 free picks. And guys, hold
How
your
bad is this one?
Yeah. Let's just jump back. For you consistent listeners, Marco and I had a disagreement last week. He liked Tennessee. Now, a lot of people wouldn't fade a guy that had won 4 straight. But I'm fearless with that kind of stuff. Marco won 4 straight, and unfortunately, when he bucked me,
Who had come off 2 back-to-back game
I'm
of the year
2-0 on
wins.
I'm perfect.
Back-to-back game of the year
You
winners.
could say 2-0 or just perfect.
Yeah,
You're
I prefer perfect.
You're perfect.
All right, go ahead, though. 4-1.
Okay. Thanks for that little plug there. We're going to go to the Cleveland Browns. And I know you can smell it already. What am I doing? Folks, when you're playing sports, what you're looking for as a handicapper is you're looking for edges. You're looking just like playing the stock market. You want to buy low, sell high. Right now, the stock on Cleveland couldn't be any lower than it is. The team's in total disarray, 0-3. They're switching quarterbacks. That's what the public perceives. But if you drill down deeper, Cleveland is 0-3. The 3 teams they've played, they're 9-0. They have not lost a game, their opponents, yet this year. Cincinnati's coming off a huge win over the Steelers last week and in a horrible situation scheduling-wise. They played Pittsburgh last week and they got Baltimore next week. This is what we call old school. This is a sandwich game. Cleveland not only is going to cover on Sunday, they're going to win the game outright.
Now you're playing that. What line? You're seeing what? 4.5 right now. Browns?
5.5, and this line could climb to 6. I don't think.
So wait till Sunday.
Wait, this line's not going to go anywhere but up.
All right. So here's my thinking. I agree with Marco. Bengals overrated right now, or at least they're highly regarded.
2 hot wins, 2 big
highly
wins.
regarded for sure. What concerns me is there's 2 kinds of losing teams. One are teams that just randomly, or Pittsburgh's 1-2. They're losing right now. But this is a team that's playing well. You have no doubt they're together mentally. They're into things. There's no disruption. It's just they're 1-2. I look at Cleveland, and again, I'm just going by the reports. This team is they're thinking of firing Mangini already. So the question is, all these NFL teams are about the same talent-wise. Now it becomes about motivation. Is this team motivated? Are you concerned? Because my first concern is you might be batting a sinking ship here. Now, you always want to bet the stinkiest teams if there's not something fundamentally wrong with them. So is there something fundamentally wrong with Cleveland in your mind?
In my mind, it's too early in the season to put a fork in any team.
So you're saying the schedule makers just did them no favors?
They played Minnesota and Baltimore, who are 2 good undefeated
But what about
teams.
the team dissension? I understand that 0-3 might be deceiving here, but are you concerned about team dissension?
I'm not concerned about it yet. If they go in, this week, changing quarterbacks, going back to Anderson, they're going to a veteran who was in the Pro Bowl just 2 years ago.
Sure.
Remember,
Sure.
That's going to give them a little bit of stability. With a leader calling the signals. I look for a good game from them this week.
You being from the Pittsburgh, Ohio area, so it is. They will look ahead to Baltimore, even though it's a inner whatever state rivalry. They don't care. Cleveland isn't
because of the division.
It's not one of their rivals.
They're 2-1. Cincinnati, we're speaking 2-1, going in to play Baltimore.
That's the game they're looking at
for the division lead, and they beat the king. They beat the Steelers.
Right.
So who are you going to look at?
It is a sandwich spot for sure.
Right.
All right, I'm actually going with my 3rd free pick of the year. Did I tell you I was 2-0?
Putting the perfection on the line.
This is simple. Take the Denver Broncos +3. It's simple. Actually, Marco disagrees with me here.
And we can save the juice. You want to go for 100 on air?
100.
You want to go for 5?
Ooh,
really? All right. So, I'm just trying to think. All right, I'll do a nickel.
Okay,
all right, so I got Denver +3.
You got Denver +3. I got Dallas -3.
I book this and make $50.
No, we're saving the juice.
All right, here's the rationale. Dallas hasn't shown anything yet. Denver might not be as good as 3-0, but this team's excited right now. At home, Mile High still has. They're still Mile High, right?
No, it's Quest. It's a name
changed the name.
change. Yeah,
all right. That's a running joke with you, VR.
Quest. That's Seattle Quest Field.
This team, it's just too much value. It should be a pick'em game. Okay, great stuff. That was our 5th segment. Now we'll be back next week We're here every week. And remember, you can get all of our videos at pregame.tv, or if you want to download and listen, just go to iTunes and search for pregame.com.